Hello everybody, it's Michael from GetFitOver40.com. Going to do hopefully a short update video. This is for February 2015. Two basic things I want to talk about. I've talked about in January my fitness contest, in May the BCs that I wanted to attend. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. I'll get into it in a bit. Second thing is I want to talk about the functional trainer, my Inspire functional trainer, and go over the communication problem that I had, the concern I had with Inspire. Everything's cool now, and I want to talk about that, and also a little bit about the pulley and leg attachment kit that they sent me to hook up. Basically, now it's for their equipment, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But it's to allow you to use a leg attachment with the pulley system, so we'll go over that a little bit too. So getting back to the contest, the May BCs in May 23rd, I was going to attend. It's not going to happen for me this year because I've got a conflict of interest on the same day. There's a wedding that I'm in, and that's on the 23rd. I have no control over either date, so they just happen to be on the same date. And I'm not going to miss a friend's wedding for something as, personal, I guess. It's just for me. That the whole fitness contest has nothing to do with anybody else. It's really just for me, and I think maybe that would be, I'd be a little bit too irresponsible to miss that, and maybe, looking a little bit maybe egotistical for me to take that, to prefer that over going to their wedding, right? And I don't think I'd really enjoy the contest that much if I was missing a friend's wedding, so it would take all the fun out of the contest anyway. So that said, I'm going to be doing probably a contest in August the 15th, I believe. It's called the Victoria Cup in British Columbia. Victoria is a really nice place to visit in August. It'll be like a little mini vacation, do the fitness contest, get some more experience. There's some things I want to work on, there's some improvements I wanted to make anyways, keep myself in shape, and potentially next year I'll try the BCs again in 2016 if I'm still kicking and giving her and doing all the weight training. You never know, right? I mean, injuries happen sometimes, but I do qualify for the BCs in 2016, I believe. I think you have 2 years that you qualify. So that's the plan. Been training hard anyway since January. Put on a good solid couple pounds, 2-3 pounds of muscle since then. And been trying to keep the body fat down, been doing clean bulking, I guess you'd say minimal bulking, and been increasing the weight just really slowly, not even probably a half a pound a week, maybe a half a pound every 2 weeks, something like that. So maybe, we'll see, maybe a pound and a half a month. That's probably about what I'm doing. Anyways, it's going well. So let's get back to the Inspire Fitness thing. Again, my concern was with the communication that I was having with them. I sent a bunch of emails, different ways trying to contact them, and I didn't hear anything back from Inspire. As it turns out, Fred, the fellow who actually takes care of my area, he's the West Coast guy, he contacted me and said, he apologized first off that their communication breakdown happened. They're right in the middle of a move, and so because they're a small company, everybody's involved in this move, so everything's been disrupted, the whole communication side, all the sales guys, everybody is just trying to get this move done. So they were kind of like out of commission for a little while they did this move. So, he apologized for it. He said that's no excuse, but, it's great for him to contact me and let me know anyway. So I appreciate that, Fred. Another thing he did is he sent me out, and I'll put a little picture in it of what the kit actually consists of, but Inspire has a bench and a leg attachment similar to this one. Okay, and they have a kit that ties in the weight stack, the pulley system, with pulleys and hooks that hook onto their equipment that allow you to use their pulley system, the weight stacks from the Inspire FT2, with their leg attachment and their bench. So he sent me that kit that ties the two together free of charge, so I want to thank him for that. And the intention was for me to put that on their gear, their setup. Now, their stuff is not available here right now. I'm waiting for it. It's coming up in about a month. I'm one of these kinds of people. I don't like waiting around for things to happen, so I thought, hey, you know what? Looking at the kit he sent me, I could probably make that fit on here somehow. So I drilled a couple holes, one here, one there, threw a few washers on to get the right lengths and things. Now this is, I would not recommend this, and I'm sure Inspire doesn't recommend this because their setup is specifically designed for their equipment. And so if you modify something of your own, it's only going to be as good as your workmanship. And if you do something incorrectly, you could even hurt yourself. Something could break, you could get hurt. So I'm not condoning this at all, and I'm sure Inspire isn't even happy that I'm talking about this, but I just wanted to let you know that this option is available. I might even get their bench and leg set up at some point. We'll just have to see how this works for me, right? I mean, money's money, and I've already got this stuff anyways, and it's working really well. So I'm going to kind of show you how it works. Just pretend I've got the Inspire gear, like so I've got their setup, and just pretend I've got their equipment, but it does work the same way. So what I'm going to do first of all is disconnect the weights, the pulley system from their pulleys. Okay, so there's like a pulley attachment up here. I'm going to just disconnect that whole setup, and now we've disconnected the cables. I'm going to grab the lowest cable and attach it to here. Now you have to keep in mind, just a second here, there it is. Keep in mind that, so everything's good, make sure that everything's got a nice free flowing, nothing's in the way, right, especially if you're using modified equipment. And you'll see that it just attaches to this lowest one here, okay? And the weight bench itself is actually up against they've got like an L-shaped bracket here that makes sure the bench doesn't go anywhere. And so mine is just, you can adjust the length a little bit, and at the very furthest in length, it all works out really well. I'm going to grab this one, and we're going to do the same thing. Connect that. All right, so now I've got everything attached. Let's get into this and see how it works. Now I already know it works because I've played around with it, but I just want to show you. Now I have about 110 pounds hooked up to this right now, and there you go. Perfect. Just like you're in the gym and you're using a leg extension machine. There's no problems with it at all. Now, the reason I prefer using the pulleys as opposed to stacking the weights, because I can get metal plates and I can put them on this leg attachment. The problem with the metal plates is you got to move them around. They're heavy, number one, especially if you're working in with somebody and you're constantly changing weights. That's a pain in the butt right there. The secondary thing is when you put a weight on, it starts out light, and as you get to the top, it gets really heavy. Whereas with the pulley system, it's constant, okay? It starts out the same as it ends. So at the top, feels just the same. You're not getting that crazy amount of weight at the top trying to finish it off. Now if you do like having a little bit more resistance at the top, you can always throw a plate on there just to give it that little bit more at the top. You could work in the pulleys and the plates at the same time, right? So that's always a possibility. So I have kind of the best of both worlds here with this system, and of course I have the leg curls as well. I can line my stomach and do leg curls now as well. So I thought I'd share that with you. Again, the May contest is not happening for me this year, not the BCs, but we'll look at the one in August there, the Victoria Cup. Again, thanks to Inspire for contacting me and sending me out the attachment, I can't remember the actual name. I'll put it up here. I'll pull pictures of everything, and I'll actually do some video of this area to show you how this all works together. But thanks again for sending me the kit and everything. Again, thanks for watching another GetFitOver40.com video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time, take care.